So when you do HFR, which is high frame rate on the RX10, the only annoying thing is you can't get rid of the bloody writing that's right in the way of your shot. It sucks. I've got it set up on a branch that hopefully a bird lands on in a second. But they're not at the moment, annoyingly. HFR on the RX10 is amazing, but due to its age, processing power and things like that, 1,000 frames per second, which is what this is, it's not the best. And I've upscaled it to 4K as well, so it's still not the best. But it allows you to see what's going on with the birds because they are so quick. It's really interesting to see. And yeah, obviously, a large screen, it's not going to look brilliant, but it still allows us to capture and see what's going on. Because normally it happens so quickly you can hardly even take in what's actually happening. So there we go. It's fantastic. 500 frames again. 500 frames per second is probably the best one to go for. Just add a little bit of sharpening, a little bit of contrast. It's pretty good. I was shooting in really bad light, which wasn't ideal. So I pushed the ISOs up to like 2000 ISO to get my 1,000th of a second shutter speed for 1,000 frames per second. Anyway, on to the next bit. So I've just come out into the garden. I grabbed the RX10, which had 50-odd% charge in it, and just been taking some pictures of the birds on the bird table, or bird feeder. Robin's back, and the light's quite nice because it's all pushing from quite low. Yeah, quite a nice evening. So I'm going to snap a few more and then go and see what I've got. Really, the RX10 is ideal for this sort of. The light has actually got better now in the last 2 minutes, but there was a bit of cloud cover, so the light was dropping. So being able to shoot at f4 at 600 is quite pleasant, and you can get a bit more shutter speeds quite easily. So that's cool. It's it might be quite a nice-ish evening, I think. So anyway, I'm going to go and have a look, see what I've captured on this. I haven't used this for a little while, so I thought, yeah, let's grab it, get a few shots, and yeah, see where we can go with getting some more in the near future. Looking forward to cooler mornings where they will be feeding like on the fat balls and stuff a bit more, and I can crush some of the fat balls into the piece of wood that I've got. Also need to make a post that can stick in so they can land on the side of that and peck the food out as well. So I'll probably be doing that in the near future as well. So keep an eye out for that video. But yeah, it's nice to just be able to sit out here. The only sad thing is Tommy. No Tommy anymore. So yeah, unfortunately, he would have been probably sat here purring away or just asleep. But yeah, it's another end of an era, sadly. But he's definitely in a better place now. So if you haven't seen the little short I put up, and you didn't know about it, I've had mentioned it in other videos. He had eye cancer, so he had a really bad tumour inside his eye. But by the time it obviously became apparent, it was probably even more done some more damage already, like into the rest of his head. So bless him, he was on quite a few drugs, which gave him a better life for quite a while, good 6 months. Unfortunately, the last sort of 4 or 5 days now, he went downhill. He stopped eating. He kind of wanted to eat, but I think there was so much pain inside his head that he just didn't want to stomach it, and he probably just felt awful. So the vet came around, a friend of ours, and examined him and said, yeah, he's completely he's done, sadly, and zero energy. He was just about purring when I picked him up, but he lost a lot of weight within a couple of days. Very sad. And yeah, she gave him a sedative. What should they do? They make him go to sleep, and then they give them the secondary injection, and pretty much the sedative, which would obviously just relax him, pretty much finished him off. So it just showed that he was running on zero energy, literally. Obviously, cancer of any type is horrible, and we've all known people or pets that have had something like that. So it's very, very sad. Yeah, he was just my little buddy, really. He sort of adopted me rather than the other way around. So, but I'm just glad he was in some of the videos. I can look back. I've got loads of bits and pieces of it, of him following me around and meowing at me and chasing me and God knows what else. So, good memories. But anyway, right, yeah. So I'm going to go and have a look at the pictures. We shall see what we've got. Photos wise, just a few snaps. It didn't take too many, but there we go. 1/500th of a second, f4, ISO 320. But I pushed it back up to 1,000th of a second because the birds move so quick. Even at 500th of a second, they are just motion blur. So it's always important to try and get the most ideal shutter speed for that situation. So obviously fast moving birds, which accelerate from 0 to whatever in less than a second. It is quite crazy to be able to freeze them, even in not brilliant light. The light was quite nice, but I was losing it, so it wasn't quite that bright. So ISOs are up, shutter speeds were as high as I could really go sensibly, and when they were not too movie, it was okay. But as soon as they started accelerating heavily or coming in, there was a little bit of motion blur. Sitting up in the tree there, waiting to come down to the perch, which is where you kind of want to get them. You don't necessarily want to get them on the feeders, but it is what it is. And if you can catch them in their wild look, it just looks nicer. But when they are landing on a log or anything like that, and you've got a really nice background where the RX10 can actually give you some nice, depth of field drop off into a nice bit of bokeh, it is quite cool. But as you can see here, they were quite active. It's just a couple of branches there in the background you can see, which give it not a particularly nice look in the bokeh side of things. So anyway, it was all right. I should carry on snapping away, and I still need to get a post and drill some holes in it and put some fat ball stuff in there to make it a bit more interesting for them. But it's all fun and games, and it's just nice and relaxing. So anyway, I hope you like the video. Please give a thumbs up and click the old subscribe button as well. It always helps. And I'll see you soon for another video. Any questions, feel free to ask about the RX10 or any other Sony cameras. Let us know. Bye.